It's just a few hours left to go now for the grand consecration ceremony of Ram Lalla in the holy town of Ayodhya. Let's get you all the updates related to the spiritual event of the century. Well, India's pilgrimage city of Ayodhya is all set for the consecration ceremony of the idol of Ram Lalla, or 5-year-old Lord Ram, in just a matter of few hours today. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi will lead the nation in this historic ceremony. Many prominent personalities from all walks of life are attending this grand event in the city of Lord Ram. Ayodhya is also witnessing the presence of thousands of sadhus, saints and devotees for this auspicious event. Over 50 musical instruments from different parts of the country will be played in unison ahead of the ceremony to create harmonious sound, or Mangal Dhwani. Lord Ram's temple in Ayodhya was decorated beautifully on the eve of the consecration ceremony. Ayodhya is set to give a rousing welcome to Lord Ram on his homecoming on Monday after an exile of 500 years. The historic ritual of Pran Pratishtha, or consecration of Ram Lalla's idol, will take place in the presence of Prime Minister Modi, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, saints and a host of distinguished guests. Apart from India, countries like the US, Britain, Australia, Nepal, Indonesia and Thailand have also been coloured in spiritual colours, Maldives as well. A huge Lord Ram car rally was taken out on Sunday in San Francisco in the US. More than 1,000 vehicles participated in this rally at the Golden Gate Bridge, as you can see in these images. The sky echoed and reverberated with the chants of "Hail, Lord Ram." Goddess Sita's temple in Nepal's Janakpur was also lit up with colourful lights ahead of the Ram Lalla consecration ceremony in Ayodhya. Apart from being mentioned in the Hindu epic Ramayana, Janakpur city is also famous for its temples, ponds, Mithila art and vibrant festivals. It's the motherland of Ma Janki, or Ma Sita. The prime attraction of Janakpur is the magnificent temple dedicated to Ma Sita called the Janki Mandir. Well, we're just a few hours away from the Ram Mandir consecration ceremony and the excitement is at its peak. Public broadcaster Doordarshan has made arrangements to live-cast the auspicious ceremony on Doordarshan as well as the entire network and other platforms. Here's more.
As the world waits with bated breath for the 22nd of January to witness the consecration ceremony of the Ram temple, India's public broadcaster Doordarshan is all geared up and has made elaborate arrangements to bring to you the grandeur and the divinity of the ceremony live on your television screens for the audience at home and across the globe. Prasar Bharati and Doordarshan have deployed about 50 ultra-high-definition cameras in the temple complex and for the consecration ceremony. In these ultra-high-definition cameras, PTZ cameras, mini cameras, DSLR cameras and RF cameras are also being used. To bring the beauty and divine view of the temple on your television screens, many Jimmy Jibs have also been deployed. As the clock strikes the auspicious time of the consecration ceremony of Lord Ram, the special ultra-high-definition cameras are sure to bring to you every step of the ceremony being performed by priests and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Prasar Bharati and Doordarshan have laid down a network of optical fiber so that the high-definition signals enable seamless, high-quality and uninterrupted broadcast.
India has been giving the third consecutive term as the president of the AIBD, which I think is unprecedented, and it is the first time that it has happened in the history of AIBD, which is an organization which is more than 50 years old. And this shows the confidence of the broadcasting organizations across the Asia Pacific and the world on India, and that India can show the way, lead the way in providing new avenues for broadcasting. And the CEO of Prasar Bharati, Mr. Gaurav Dwivedi, he was chairing the session this time, and I must compliment Prasar Bharati for the efforts.
The event will also be broadcast live on social media platforms. Besides this, arrangements have been made by DD News to continue the broadcast of its special program from the banks of River Saryu. With a production control room to monitor all developments, a big team of reporters and camera persons is also deployed to constantly bring updates, stories, and mesmerizing visuals from the holy city of Ayodhya. Meghna Dev's report, DD India.
And the historic consecration ceremony of Lord Ram's idol is being celebrated by the Hindu communities across the globe as well. Yagyas, ritualistic prayers, rallies are all being organized in various parts of the world ahead of the consecration ceremony in India's Ayodhya. In Houston city of the United States, various yagyas, car rallies have been taking place since the 19th of this month. One such car rally was seen on the roads with vibrant flags and people chanting "Hail Lord Ram." All of America has dedicated various events to Lord Ram through this period.
Jai Jai Shri Ram!
As we've been saying, excitement has been mounting among the people in New York as well on this grand occasion. Laddus were distributed by members of the Overseas Friends of Ram Mandir at Times Square ahead of the ceremony in Ayodhya. The entire city is infused with the Ram Dhun as people eagerly await the historic event. The Om Shri Sai Balaji Temple and Cultural Center in Monroe, New Jersey has received a 25-foot Hanuman idol, the largest indoor statue of Hanuman in the USA. The temple's chairperson, Sri Surya Narayana Madula, and other community leaders expressed joy over the coincidence of the arrival of the idol along with the upcoming celebration of Ram Lalla in Ayodhya. They say that they feel blessed to be able to celebrate this consecration ceremony.
Ram Lakshmana Janaki, Jai Bolo Hanuman, Jai Bolo Hanuman ki, Ram Lakshmana Janaki, Jai Bolo.
In a notable move, the government of Mauritius has granted special leave for 2 hours to public servants of the Hindu faith on the occasion of the consecration ceremony. This leave is being given to let the Hindu public servants in Mauritius attend prayers marking the inauguration of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya. Mauritius is the only country in the African continent where Hinduism is the most practiced religion. Prayers and celebrations were also organized at the Brahmrishi Mission Ashram in London in the UK ahead of the consecration ceremony at the Ram Temple in Ayodhya. Celebrations for the consecration ceremony have been planned at 250 places in the UK, and the people are celebrating the occasion with high fanfare and enthusiasm. Even in the Netherlands, the Indian community was seen celebrating the 3 main characters of the epic Ramayana. People dressed up as Goddess Sita, Lord Ram, Lakshman and Lord Hanuman. That makes it 4. Now, the Indian community collected in large numbers to celebrate and welcome Lord Ram in Ayodhya. Joint Ramayana reading session was also held during the celebrations as people enthusiastically became part of the event. Now let's bring in someone who's joining us from all across Canada. Sadhvi Bhavya Bharti ji, Vedic teacher, is with us now. Good morning to you. Sadhvi, what do you make of this occasion in the first place? It's been a long-awaited 500 years is what is being said was the Banvas this time around, and it's finally ending today.
Yes, definitely. Such an exciting time, a special day for us. Just like, you know, the clouds that cover the sun, eventually they have to move and the sun shines bright. Just like that, Lord Ram is returning all the obstacles, all the difficulties that have come. A 500-year long-awaited wait is the clouds have been removed and the light of Lord Ram is ready to shine all across the globe.
And what is it like in Canada, this occasion? How is it being marked? What's your day looking like? Although it's going to be night when the consecration ceremony happens in Canada. But do tell us what sort of plans do you have?
We are definitely glued to the TV screens, you know, watching this live, even though it's in the wee hours of the morning. But because it is such a special occasion, our Maryada Purushottam Patit Pavan Lord Ram is coming. Although we are so far away, but in the form of our faith, our love, our feelings, we are eagerly waiting the coming of Lord Ram, not only in Ayodhya, but in our hearts as well.
Yes, and this, I'm sure this occasion has a very strong resonance with the Indian diaspora community, not just in Canada, but all of North America and different parts of the world, really. So can you tell us about what's the mood there as well?
Definitely. The sound of Jai Shri Ram is echoing everywhere. Every little gathering, every temple, the rallies, as you have seen, the sounds of Jai Shri Ram are echoing all across the globe. Every individual is eagerly waiting the coming of Lord Ram.
And the overall sentiment, is it exaltation? Is it a sense of relief, high emotion as well?
High emotion, definitely exalted, excited, a beautiful eagerness in every individual.
And what do you make of the way this entire consecration ceremony has been planned, the way it will be executed with Prime Minister Modi leading it? He's the Yajman today during the ceremony, the Pran Pratishtha, and even the moment itself is said to be extremely auspicious. It's being referred to as a critical period of 84 seconds.
Yes, definitely a very auspicious time. You know, when the universe is aligned, when the hearts of individuals are aligned, it has such a magnificent effect, and that effect will last for lifetimes. Definitely having, you know, the political government of India being invested in this, it shows that, you know, when they are on, when they want something, when they're on this side, they can make anything happen. A 500-year long wait, and finally, in a matter of just a small piece, you know, compared to the 500 years, this has been made possible. And the arrangements have been just impeccable. Commend the Indian government for making this possible and for making it available to all the individuals across the globe who cannot be physically present there, but yet in spirit are still connected.
Yes, and it's also being said that it will be the harbinger of greatness that has been awaiting India for a long time. Not only will it ensure a complete resurrection, transformation of Ayodhya, but of India as well. It's being said that it's going to be the return of Ram Raj. What do you make of all that?
Definitely. See, Lord Ram is the Lord, and he is the Lord of the universe. So he came for the citizens of the entire world. So I don't think just resurrection of Ayodhya in India, but I think resurrection of the entire world. I think it's definitely needed considering the time we're in today. I think Lord Ram's coming could not be at a better time.
Yes, let's hope that the good vibes endure and they have true meaning for entire society, the global society, not just India, not just Ayodhya, but for the entire world. Thank you for joining us. Sadhvi all the way from Canada. And still to come in this edition of DD India Live, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Shankar has addressed the Indian diaspora in Nigeria and Lagos as part of his 3-day visit to the African nation. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has dropped out of the U.S. presidential campaign, endorsing Trump in a video. And at least 27 people have been killed in shelling by Ukrainian forces of the Russian-controlled city of Donetsk in eastern Ukraine.
We just don't bring you the news as it unfolds. We get to the heart of the matter.
We don't just present facts. We demystify complex social, political, and economic events.
We break stories that shape the world's present and future because you deserve the truth.
I am Tanvi Taneja from New Delhi.
I'm Ollie Barrett from London.
I'm Nick Harper from Washington, D.C.
Join us on DD India Global Monday to Friday at these times.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Gautam Roy. Now, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Shankar is on a 3-day visit to Nigeria from the 21st to the 23rd of this month. During the visit, the minister will co-chair the 6th India-Nigeria Joint Commission meeting with his counterpart and meet with other leaders. After arriving at the African nation, the External Affairs Minister has addressed the Indian community in Lagos. He spoke to them about India's COVID response, economic recovery, ease of living, space achievements and diaspora concerns. In his tweet after the address, the minister said, and I quote, "Always grateful to the living bridge that connects us to the world." Now, this is the minister's first visit to Nigeria that is expected to further consolidate bilateral relations between the two countries. Dr. Jaishankar will also inaugurate the 3rd edition of Nigeria-India Business Council meeting and interact with CII business delegates and inaugurate the bust of Mahatma Gandhi. Over in the U.S., Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis has chosen to drop out of the 2024 presidential race and will be endorsing Donald Trump. A surprise video announcement came ahead of this week's New Hampshire Republican primary.
If there was any...
So quite a surprising announcement has come just ahead of the New Hampshire Republican primary, where DeSantis had been polling in single digits. DeSantis, who had been seen as Republicans' best shot at former President Trump, said he will instead be endorsing Donald Trump.
Trump is superior to the current incumbent, Joe Biden. That is clear. I signed a pledge to support the Republican nominee, and I will honor that pledge. He has my endorsement because we can't go back to the old Republican guard of yesteryear, a repackaged form of warmed-over corporatism that Nikki Haley represents.
Now, DeSantis finished second in the Iowa caucuses ahead of Nikki Haley. He spent a bulk of his time and resources in campaigning in all 99 of the state's counties, courting its conservative evangelical voters. DeSantis' departure from the race allows Floridan governor to avoid a potentially further embarrassing third-place finish in New Hampshire on to Haley, who has focused far more of her resources in the state. Now, as the Russia-Ukraine conflict rages on, at least 27 people have been killed and 25 others injured in Russian-controlled eastern Ukraine's Donetsk region due to shelling on Sunday. The Russian-appointed head of the Donetsk region said that Ukraine attacked the region and struck a busy area where shops and a market are located. The Russian authorities in the region also announced a day of mourning on Monday. Moscow has condemned the attack and dubbed it as a barbaric act of terrorism by Ukraine that was carried out with the use of weapons supplied by the West. Donetsk is one of the 4 regions in Ukraine's east and south that Russia claimed to have annexed in late 2022. A disruption was also caused by Ukrainian drones at Russia's Leningrad region on Sunday that is home to a fuel export terminal. Reportedly, the region had put key facilities on high alert. Now let's get you an update on the Israel-Hamas conflict as well. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected conditions presented by Hamas to end the war that would include Israel's complete withdrawal and leaving Hamas in power in Gaza on Sunday. Israeli Cabinet Minister Gadi Eisenkot said a lightning raid to free Israeli hostages in Gaza is extremely unlikely to succeed, and a deal will soon be needed if they are to be released alive. Israeli and Palestinian foreign ministers are to meet their European Union counterparts in Brussels on Monday as the EU considers potential steps toward a comprehensive peace between the two sides. Israel's Energy Minister Katz and Palestinian Foreign Minister Riyad al-Maliki will take part separately in a regular meeting of EU foreign ministers. Foreign ministers from Saudi Arabia, Egypt and Jordan and Secretary General of the League of Arab States will also attend this meeting. A meteor blazed across eastern Germany's night sky, predicted by astronomers. The meteor, a 1-meter diameter asteroid, was detected 3 hours before impact by Hungarian astronomer Christian Sarnecki. NASA reported that the asteroid was set to disintegrate as a harmless fireball west of Berlin. Meteors, ranging in size from dust grains to asteroids, make a bright trail when heated in Earth's atmosphere. São Clemente Samba School in Brazil impressed spectators at Rio de Janeiro's Sambadrome during preparations for the city's carnival. The school, dressed in yellow and black, will compete in the Group B or Gold Series category to advance to the elite group competition next year. A competition celebrated the Peruvian Paso horse, a traditional Andean horse, with 330 horses participating in 3 categories: mares, stallions and work horses. Peru's national horse, bred from animals brought by Spaniards and Europeans, was originally used for foremen on haciendas or for hacienda owners to travel between valleys along the desert coast. And as the auspicious day of the consecration ceremony approaches, 5,100 earthen lamps were lit up at Sri Ram Raja Mandir in Indian state of Madhya Pradesh on the eve of the consecration ceremony of the Ram temple of the Ram idol. The entire city has been decked up and massive preparations have been made for this occasion with a festive air. And that's all we have for this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can connect with us on Facebook, X and Instagram. We'll be back with more news and updates as they break here, especially related to the consecration ceremony, in just a few hours from now. But for the time being, thanks a lot for watching DD India Live.